Hello everyone, this is Mac. Welcome to another Tale from Sparrow. So this is kind of like part 2 of the hitting up video that I did previously, and this is about hitting up when the mismatch is so bad that you've got a base like this. It's Town Hall 13, it's a wee bit rushed, but really it's pretty strong, and the clan's wise enough that they're running all anti-2-star bases, or a lot of anti-2-star bases. So you've got a situation where a Town Hall 12 is forced, or Town Hall 11 in some cases, but that's pretty difficult. But a Town Hall 12 or 11 is forced to attack a base that's got like a centralized Town Hall like this. So let's just get into this video, and yeah, we'll just look at some attacks. So the principles behind these attacks are the same as in episode 1. What we're after is getting a whole load of percentage, getting to that 50% mark, and getting the Town Hall. Obviously, the Town Hall being slightly deeper is that actually you have less troops to pick up that percentage, and actually you just need to concentrate on creating a bit of a funnel and pushing everything, making a big push into the middle. Obviously, the Town Hall's strong as well. That's the other thing you need to think about. Now, this E-drag on this side, I think probably was a bit of a waste on reflection. What Anthrax ended up doing is he's pulled half the CC out because it moved in instead of going along. I think he wanted it to move along this way and just chain all those buildings. But what it has done is he's got that funnel created, and then he's got all his heroes down, he's got some P.E.K.K.A.s down, poison on the CC there, and then bowlers in as well behind the heroes. Now he's got a scatter shot there, he's got an Expo, and if you look at the health of the wall wrecker, it's getting pretty low. So he pops the Eternal Tome early, and the reason he's done that is to get that wall wrecker as far as possible. Now he's got a backup plan. That's probably quite an important part of this, is you need to have some contingencies for when stuff doesn't go right. So if that wall wrecker hadn't made it into the middle, it's got an ice golem and a P.E.K.K.A. in there, then he's got these bat spells, he's got a freeze, and so he's dropped them on there just to try and freeze everything up and allow him to get that whole middle compartment cleared out. And then the tornado trap just finishes off his bats, which is unfortunate. And then you can see the rest of it is just about allowing his troops to run, using any extra spare spells he's got, and any spare troops to just pick up extra percentage. So over on this side here, I'd be putting that wizard down there on that mine. I don't know if he uses it elsewhere, I can't remember. But yeah, he's just freezing those defenses to try and give as much extra life to his troops as possible. There you go, he throws that Expo. And what that's allowed is for his queen to get rid of that Expo and move around, and I think she gets this wizard tower as well. And we'll just speed it up. There's the queen going down. So, not the ideal base to hit when you're going for a 2-star. If you're hitting up, you want to be looking for bases that have got, as in episode 1, I've got Town Halls off to the side, or totally exposed, like anti-3-star bases. This is an anti-2-star base, so being able to get 2 stars from a Town Hall lower, getting 2 stars out of a base is good. So here we go. Okay, on to the next base. Okay, this is another 12 on 13 attack. You can see really difficult to get to Town Hall. Loads of defences around it, really difficult to penetrate in and get. So starts off with exactly the same. He's built up an army, working out how he's going to get into that Town Hall, and then he's got some spare archers at the end to fill up that space. And so he's spread them around the side. He's worked out buildings that he's going to be able to take that little bit of percentage off. He got a little bit unlucky up here. He popped a Tesla with his minion. Otherwise, that might have been able to work out on that corner as well. So once that's been allowed to develop, he's then going to push in. And you can see he's got super giants here as well. And he's going to try and push in and get into that Town Hall. Just let this develop a little bit. Never the most exciting starts on these attacks. Well, it picks off buildings, but you can see the values getting out of like one archer, getting a good little bit of percentage over there. So E-drag down, that's going to form the left-hand side of his funnel, and it's going to chain through and actually weaken all of these defences in here. And then you've got the king on this side, King taking on a level 20 Raw Champ is no joke. This Raw Champ is strong, and so he needs to pop the ability, but that's created the funnel on the other side. And then he's got his Super Giants coming in, and then the Wall Wrecker behind. So you've got Super Giants being able to batter the walls and also the Wall Wrecker. Now, it's one of the Giants that's getting targeted there, but I think he thought that his Wall Wrecker was being targeted, which is why he froze that Infernal. Wall Wrecker then going in, and then he's got bowlers and witches behind. Now, some of his witches have gone down the side, but you know what? In this attack, that's okay. Freezes a CC, he's got the Queen in there as well, poisons as well, and he's got a jump in there because the Wall Wrecker it didn't make it. And remember, that's about having those contingency plans for if someone doesn't go right, how are you going to do it? Pop the Eternal Tome, and then he's not actually got loads of stuff pushing on that Town Hall, but he gets it down. That's brilliant. He's got freezes and heals and all sorts of stuff going on there. And then, if he's got any extra spells, this would be when he'd be using them, and any extra troops. Now he's not, so he really is just letting this run and see where he can get to. And yeah, just seeing what he can pick off. But really, the Eagle's still up, but he's not going to get much more out of this. But you can see it's a very good attack, and it's about that push for the Town Hall and any little bits of percentage at the front. Now, if he had left those 4 archers, using them at the end, then the Eagle would have battered them all, and they wouldn't have got those little bits. Because you saw how much time it took to get those even just like an army camp down. So that's why it's important to pick up those little bits of percentage early. Okay, where the previous 2 attacks had been Town Hall 12s attacking Town Hall 13s, this is a Town Hall 11. You can see he's got 17 archers in his CC in his troop composition. Now that's about analysing this base. This base has got loads and loads of free percentage all the way around the outside. So he's just getting his archers down and just picking off those buildings. Archers have got quite a good range on them, so actually none of these defences on the inside are able to get out. Now that does cause a problem. It means that all your defences are inside, so when he pushes into the middle, he's going to have a lot of defences attacking him at once. Use a bowler down there when that archer goes, so just to try and get rid of that edge, you realise that that mortar would target any archers that he put down there. And then wall wreckers up the top, wall breakers, sorry, up the top. Puts down a couple, needs a couple more because these are max walls, so they're going to take a few Town Hall 11 wall breakers to get through. Snez uses the siege barracks instead of a wall wrecker, so he's got those wall breakers and then a jump spell to get him into that middle compartment, and then loads of freeze, loads of rage, just to get everything moving through. He's got healers in there as well, and when the healers start getting targeted by the air defences, that's when he pops the ability. That's to try and keep those healers up for as long as possible and get them pushing down, healing on all the troops in the middle there. And it gets really, really close in the middle here. But you can see actually, in amongst all that chaos, there are troops alive, and the king is doing his job, battering through. And then it's just a case of trying to pick up percentage. So he's got another archer over here getting this dark storage, and then there's another couple of bits down here. See that he can try and get an angle on to try and get some stuff down. There you go, there's that archer going down. So really nice attack there. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found that useful. It's almost like the sequel to hitting up when the Town Hall is right in the middle, hitting up anti 2-star bases. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like, leave me a comment, and please, if you're not already, please subscribe. Thanks very much. Cheers.